just love hitting you bozos with my hammer. You better watch out, or I'm gonna whomp you over the head, too. Oh, please, come a little closer. Yeah. Bad Halloween costumes make me crazy. They make me wanna pummel things with my hammer. Yes. I think I'm going crazy again.
Hey guys, what is up? It is HTJ Halloween, back again with another exciting sneak peek video. Now, I know I kind of broke my promise to you guys that I was going to be doing daily sneak peeks, but I honestly expected Spirit to start releasing the other props that I talked about in the huge teaser video that they released, and I'm kind of just confused as to what's going on here, because stores are about to be opening up very, very soon, and so it almost seems like we might as well just not get sneak peeks for those and just see them in person for the first time, which would be really exciting, honestly, to see what they do in person. But on the unfortunate side of that, I might not be getting as many sneak peek videos this year, which I always enjoy doing, but nonetheless, I'm coming back today to talk about the return of Wacky Mole Clown. Now, one thing I do want to kind of announce in this video on the topic of Spirit Halloween stores opening is that I know there's been a lot of hype around the flagship store coming very soon on July 31st. It's right around the corner, and I myself am pretty likely to be going. Now, I cannot completely confirm. It's going to depend on some schedule stuff that we haven't, I can't be set in stone on, but I'm planning on it. I'm going to try to, and so that means I will be there to meet a lot of you guys that go opening day. If you do want to see me, maybe I'll bring some stickers and some merch. I don't know if I'll be able to bring the merch because I have to order it, but I'll definitely bring like a pen to sign stuff. And I've heard that Haunt Former is going to be going as well, so it might be a pretty fun time to be there and meet all of us. But like I said, I can't fully confirm, so I don't want to get everyone's hopes too high up. Don't forget to check out Patreon. I'm going to be coming out with a exclusive video on there tomorrow, I believe, looking in the windows of some of the Spirit Halloween stores that are setting up in my area. So be sure to check out Patreon, link down in the description if you want to get exclusive content from me. And don't forget to check out my music. Link to that will also be down in the description. I appreciate all the support. Alrighty, so Wacky Mole Clown is finally back for the 2021 season. We all have been known this. This was one of the first things that was first announced. I forget in what video we found this out, but it was definitely a little while back because I remember talking about it. And I already planned on making this video, but it ended up being the perfect time because they actually just sent out an email to all of their, customers that was talking about the return of Wacky Mole. He's back up on the website, so he's kind of the big star of the show at the moment, and it certainly is a very exciting release. I plan 100% on trying to purchase this guy and get him on the channel, so you don't even have to ask me, because this is one of those awesome props that was back in the 2013 Clown Train. Many of you newbies to this community might not know that, but I was very young, and I do remember seeing him in this clown train. It was an awesome clown theme way back when. They haven't really done a clown theme since, and Wacky Mole Clown was one of the stars of the show. I wasn't too necessarily big on him back then. I honestly probably like Bloody Bag of Jokes a little bit better and some of the other clown props back then. And I really wasn't into clown props really much in general back then, but now that I'm seeing this guy again and kind of actually getting a look at him and kind of jogging my memory about what he looks like, he's actually a really freaking awesome clown. I love the complexity of his design. He's got green, yellows, pinks, and blacks going on all over, which is a very, very interesting color scheme. He's obviously got the big Wacky Mole hammer. He's got his spiral eyes, the ones that everyone thought might have been returning last year but ended up being peekaboo, but his eyes are not an LCD screen, and they look like they're actually the exact same plastic eyes that don't do any sort of motion. But I'm glad they didn't go with a screen, because I think that there's something kind of cool and antique that it gives the look when they are kind of just flat, not moving, and look roughly painted on. I mean, that's just my opinion. But he also just has some wild looking eyebrows, obviously this huge smile. He's just such an iconic looking clown, and one of my personal favorite aspects of him is actually his audio. He has 3 phrases, and I believe that those 3 phrases are the same as the 2013 version, but please correct me if I'm wrong on that, because I have not, seen this guy for so many years and don't really fully remember, but it seems to me like it's the same voice, and the voice is just one of the best clown voices we've ever heard. Whoever did the voice acting on it did an absolutely amazing job. It's just so freaky and scary. And one of the coolest aspects of it, I thought, was that laugh that he does at the very end of the video I showed you guys at the beginning of him, Spirit's website video, is so wild and creepy. It's just absolutely amazing. So I really, really do love the audio on this guy. I think that it's got some clever phrasing, and just specifically the way the voice is just so well acted, and one of the better voices that we've heard in a long time. And again, I really do like the design of the clothing. I love the design of the face. He's just an altogether creepy guy. Now, the one very interesting thing about this return, which I have addressed in the past, is that it seems to be the exact same as it was back in the day. I think they learned from the backlash that they got from making Uncle Charlie so drastically different and making him into one of the, typical demon seasonal vision clowns that kind of look the same as Hugs a Clown, Peekaboo, Towering Clown. They kind of turned Uncle Charlie into another version of those clowns instead of returning him as he actually was. But on the other hand, Wacky Mole has returned this year looking very much like the original prop. Now, I'm sure there's going to be differences in the way that it's set up. I'm sure they're going to have modernized its construction a little bit, to make it like some of the other props of the modern age. But as far as his physical appearance goes, it looks like they have the same mold for the face, the same outfit, and no drastic changes whatsoever. Obviously, please let me know if you have any insights on if there are changes, because like I said, I can't really know for sure. It's been so long since I've seen the original character, but I do know that a lot of people are excited that this guy is really returning in his full glory from the 2013 clown train. And this is super exciting, specifically to people like me that weren't able to get their hands on this guy in 2013, or maybe for those of you that weren't even around in Spirit Halloween at that time and in this community, and now you're seeing this guy for the first time. He certainly is an awesome clown prop, and I certainly do plan to pick him up. Now, another thing to note is that he is 5.8 feet tall. I'm sure that's pretty much the same as when he was originally released, so he's an average 6-foot height prop. You see a picture going through here where it's compared to a human height. It's basically the height of your average person. So that obviously is a nice note. And also, he is retailing for $220. Now, please let me know in the comment section if you remember what he was retailing for back in 2013. I'm sure you can find it on the Spirit Halloween Wiki fandom. I just didn't look into it, because it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's $220 now, so that's what you're going to have to pay. But it would be interesting to see. Of course, there's inflation and stuff like that, but I do know that Spirit Halloween's prices tend to rise and rise and rise, even faster than inflation. So I'm sure this guy back in the day was probably a little bit under $200. Do let me know in the comment section, and I'll be sure to respond. But nowadays he is $220, and I think that this price is pretty average. Like I said, I kind of wish that props tended to be more under $200, but nowadays you really aren't going to see anything that low. Stuff goes all the way up to $300. So to get a prop that is this cool for $220, $219.99 to be exact, I think is a pretty good bet. Of course, never forget to use your 20% off deals, and check out the Spirit Halloween affiliate link down in the description if you want a 20% off discount code. So, $220 seems reasonably fair. As far as animation goes, he doesn't really have too much. That's the only thing I would say is a bit of a takeaway from this guy, because he's got no mouth movement. And of course, his mouth is so wacky looking, Wacky Mole Clown. But I'm sure it would have been difficult to get any sort of motion on that mouth. So that's not really a huge deal. But as far as the other animation goes, it pretty much just turns from side to side, like I said, and has light up eyes. So I think if anything, they could have maybe made the head also move on a swivel, and maybe they could have given his hammer arm a bit of an up and down motion. I think that would be the only thing that would really bring it to life, but it's not a huge deal because this guy is super awesome. I think his light up eyes are dope, and I do think his audio makes up for a lot of that lost animation that I'm thinking of, but I think most people are not really going to worry about that because this is the exact animation that he had in 2013, so I guess it does feel like the original classic. But that is pretty much all I have to say about Wacky Mole Clown. Like I said, I will be picking this guy up, so you don't even have to fight for him in the comment section below, but if you do want to message me directly and request some props that you want to see on the channel, be sure to check out Patreon, link down below. Don't forget that I will be having a video looking into the windows of some Spirit Halloween stores setting up, but that's going to be exclusively on Patreon, so be sure to check that out. But don't worry, if you don't want to purchase a Patreon, you're going to be getting my Spirit Halloween flagship tour very, very soon, whether it's July 31st or a couple days later, hopefully July 31st, so I can meet all of you guys on opening day. But whether it's later than that or not, it will be coming to the channel very, very soon. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.